Okay, so we're drawing hands this week, and the hand obviously is a very dynamic, interactive apparatus, and it has a lot of complexity, but it also has a lot of simplicity. It's easy to understand if you break it down. First thing I'd like you to look at is if you take a look at your hand, you'll notice that there's sort of a squarish area on the palm. That's a rectangle or a square. And then out of one side, the fingers come, and out of an adjacent side, but at the opposite corners, where the thumb inserts. So if you confine that square and know that the fingers come off one full side and the thumb comes off basically a corner of that square, you've got it like half made. Another thing is, in terms of proportion, the distance from the insertion into the wrist area and the first line of knuckles is about the distance from that first line of knuckles to the top of the index finger. The index finger will be the longest finger. Generally, the first finger and the ring finger are somewhat the same height. The small finger, the little finger, can come up to the first knuckle. Usually it comes no further, but somewhere it'll fall somewhere within the middle of the knuckle on the ring finger. So no matter what you're drawing, that square idea is always there, and the fingers are always going to come out one side, no matter what it is that they do. And the thumb will always come out the adjacent side at the corner, no matter what else happens. So as we're looking to draw, we can basically start here. And we've got the four fingers coming out. And then we have the thumb coming out. Doesn't look like much now, but this is the basic setup. And you basically have a hand. It's that simple. But of course we want to take it further than this, so that's what we're going to do. No matter how you start out drawing, keep that volume and that proportion in mind. So in other words, this is to this as this is to this, or is this shorter in terms of how you're seeing it? Same thing here. There is, from the end of the finger to the second knuckle, what's that relationship in comparison to or in proportion to the relationship of the second knuckle to the first knuckle? I'm also noticing there's an implied line here. Which I'll just throw in as a guideline. There is volume on the finger. So sort of look for that line, that alignment that the end of the fingers make. Again, look for angles. What is this angle off the horizontal or off the vertical? What is this angle off the vertical? What is this angle off the horizontal? What is this angle in relationship to this angle? So you're constantly evaluating and making comparisons. which, by the way, is why drawing is not just a right brain activity. You have to analyze, you have to look at what you're drawing, you have to make decisions, you have to understand what it is you're seeing, so it's not all just right brain. The thumb is kind of hidden, but it is there. And we only see a bit of it down here. This fold is actually coming from behind the small finger there. So that's where I'm going to throw it in. Okay, so it's basically all blocked in, the light and shadow is there, and basically it's waiting for refinement. But you can see how the idea is, again, to create the volume, create the understanding. You're using line and tone. You're overlapping. You're looking for landmarks. You're looking for those implied lines that are happening. You're looking for proportion, which is size in relationship to size or distance in relationship to distance. You're looking for relationships of point to point. In other words, where does the little finger hit in relationship to the finger next to it? And where does this knuckle hit in relationship to this knuckle? It's a little obviously down, but also forward. It's meaning it's more toward the left. So look for those landmarks, look for those points of relationship, and you should be able to draw very comfortably and with a lot of confidence as you go.